One record just fell that nobody thought would fall for decades. June 21st, 2026, Netherlands versus Sweden. A 5-1 scoreline that didn't just win a football match, it rewrote the history books. Cody Gakpo fired in a brace. Netherlands hit their 100th World Cup goal. And with that final whistle, they became the first team in history to go 14 World Cup games without defeat. That record had belonged to Brazil, built across the glorious 1958, 1962, and 1966 tournaments. It stood for 60 years. The Dutch just erased it. But let's step back, because the rest of June 21st was barely less extraordinary. Messi showed up against Algeria with a hat trick, his record 6th World Cup tournament at 38 years old. Jonathan David answered with a hat trick of his own, helping Canada thrash Qatar 6-0 in their biggest ever World Cup victory. Both men sit on 3 goals apiece. The Golden Boot race is already unmissable television. In Group F, Japan confirmed their progression with a composed 2-0 win over Tunisia. Kamada inside 4 minutes, Ueda on 31, sending Tunisia home early. Germany, meanwhile, needed a 90th-minute Dennis Undav strike to edge Ivory Coast 2-1, a goal that simultaneously equaled Roger Milla's all-time record of 5 World Cup goals from the bench. Undav, off the bench in the 90th minute. That is a stat that belongs in a museum. And then, there is the story nobody wrote in their script. Curaçao, a Caribbean island of roughly 150,000 people, held Ecuador to a 0-0 draw. Not because Ecuador didn't create chances, because Eloy Room was simply unbeatable. 15 saves in 90 minutes. That ties Tim Howard's all-time World Cup record from 2014 in Brazil. Curaçao earned their first ever World Cup point, and Room's name now sits permanently in the record books. On the other end of the spectrum, Turkey depart the tournament without a single goal to their name. 3 games, 62 attempts, 0 on the board. Paraguay's 1-0 win ended their campaign in the most deflating way imaginable. So where does all of this leave us? The Netherlands, 14 games unbeaten, look like the most complete team in this tournament. The Golden Boot is wide open between the 2 deadliest strikers on the planet. And the 48-team format is delivering records, upsets, and storylines at a pace this competition has never seen before. Here at Footy Ranked, we will be breaking down every stat, every record, and every shock for the rest of this World Cup. Subscribe now, because what is coming next is going to be even bigger.